Hello, and welcome to At Home with Lucas. So we're going to be talking about SF Bay Coffee, which is known as San Francisco Bay Coffee, a San Francisco company. And I went ahead and bought their bakery blend. Now, I didn't buy the bakery blend because that was the coffee I wanted. That was the coffee I needed. That was the coffee I desired. I bought it because it was cheap and I could get it. So I've been avoiding grocery stores now for several weeks, and I'm absolutely paranoid about going inside of grocery stores. I won't enter them. I don't like to go into places where there's a lot of people. And I'm literally like slightly terrified of mass people, and grocery stores are where we have to get our food to survive, and yet they're packed full of potential threats. So I went on to Walmart grocery. I went ahead and ordered all of my food, and this was one of the things I got. I've never heard of this company a day in my life, which is weird because I lived an hour north of San Francisco when I was growing up. So I thought maybe it's a brand new company. I have no idea. But anyways, so in this video, we're going to be doing a hands-on. We're going to be doing a grind test. We're going to do the pour-over test. And then we're going to do my favorite part of the day, which is the sip test. And then we're going to talk about the coffee. So let's go ahead and check it out. Okay, let's take a look at this bad boy right quick. We have the SF Bay Coffee, or in other words, San Francisco Bay Coffee. Looks like this was established in 1979. Wow. I have never heard of this coffee a day in my life. I'm 32 years old. I've never heard of this coffee. I found it on, it was actually at Walmart. I was on the Walmart grocery trying to avoid contamination, avoid people, social distancing and whatnot. And I saw this on there and I thought, oh, that's interesting. I've never heard of this coffee, but it was available for the grocery pickup, so I snagged this up right quick. It was a decent price too. It wasn't too expensive at all. But this is what's super interesting right here, the bakery blend. I'm very confused on what this actually means. Is there actually chocolate, caramel, orange in it, or is it this is what it's going to taste like because of how they've blended it up? So I'm very, very interested in tasting this coffee. This is probably one of the most anticipated sip tests that I'll probably do. It is a lighter roast, so that's interesting. Go ahead and look down here. I really like how they're giving us so much information. This is so cool. Elevation 900 to 1600 MASL. I don't know what that means. Whole bean, of course. This is very, very cool. I am liking that. That tells me that this company respects the consumer and wants us to know what's going on. So I grabbed a 2-pound. I haven't bought a 2-pound in quite a while, but it was the right price. It was a good deal. So I went ahead and snagged it up. It's also a very interesting bag because it's completely clear. I've never bought a bag that was clear before. Usually they're completely, double layered with aluminum or something on the inside to avoid light leakage and destroying of quality. But this one's like, you know what? We don't care. We're fresh and we're coming straight at you. Also, the one-way valve is all the way up top here, hidden behind the logo, which is very interesting. It's not in the middle, so it's at the top. So let's go ahead and give it a little push. So there is air in there, and I think this is more standard with I would say most bags. You're going to have a lot of air inside. The smell that comes out of there, it smells delicious. It smells absolutely amazing. We'll go ahead and look more on this bag. Let's check out the sides. All right. Wow, that's amazing. So this looks like the farmers right here. That's so cool. I like that a lot. Mad respect. Oh, I like this. That is nice. So that way when you grind it up, or pour beans out, you can seal it really fast, very easily. That's really cool. Arabica, of course, San Francisco. All right. Oh, here's more of the family. My family. I think that's family. No, that's employees. I don't know. That's family. That's family of some sort. Employees and their kids, maybe. Okay, let's open this bad boy up right quick. Take a look at these beans. So what we're looking for here is we want to see how well sealed this is. Oh wow, this is legit. This is, I may have to use scissors. Wow, I think I'm gonna have to use scissors. Yeah, that is not gonna, I don't think this is gonna peel apart. Let me try this. I feel like we're having another Folgers moment here. I'm gonna put that down low. All right, let me get my scissors. Okay, got some scissors. We're gonna be snipping this right quick. Let's take a look inside here. Oh, wow. All right. So right away, let me turn the flashlight on. Okay. Wow, those are beautiful beans. Absolutely beautiful. Wow. That is amazing. Look at those beans. Wow. Look at the oil on those beans. That is incredible. I haven't seen this amount of oil since Pete's, since I reviewed Pete's coffee. Wow. And the smell, the aroma is unbelievable. I am so excited to brew this up. I cannot wait. Wow. Yeah, that is very, very nice. I'm very happy with this. Good job, SF. Good job. Okay, so beans are looking great, super oily. I'm going to go ahead and start off this video with the... Okay, beans look super great, super oily. So we're going to go ahead and put this through the grind test, and then we're going to do the pour over test, and then we're going to do my favorite part of the day, which is the sip test, and that'll tell us everything we need to know about this coffee. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, let's get this burr grinder and get this party started. This is the most excited I've been about coffee beans in quite a while. These beans are absolutely amazing looking. We're going to get our pour over kettle boiling up real quick, and we're going to start grinding up these beans. I cannot wait to taste this coffee. Normally you buy coffee that's, a decent price, and you kind of get a result of a decent coffee bean, but these beans just stand out to me. There's something about them that I'm just thrilled. So let's go ahead and pour these into our burr grinder. I'm actually going to be setting it more fine. I'm trying to get a stronger taste out of my coffee these days. So instead of it being on medium, I'm going closer to the fine mark, which is actually not recommended for pour over coffees. You want to be medium. You want it to be slightly coarse, and that will give you the best overall result. So I'm going to go ahead and fire up. As you can see here, I'm turning it to coarse. I probably turned it too far. This is going to be very strong. But we're going to go ahead and fire this burr grinder up, and yeah, not recommended to keep the lid off, but I do it for you guys. I do it for you. It's all about my viewers. So the funny thing about this burr grinder is I actually saw it on a TV show or a YouTube show or something, and I was like, oh, that's weird that these people who have the ability to buy any grinder would buy this exact grinder. So I'm going to link this grinder down below. Maybe it's better than I think. I don't know. I don't know anything about grinders. I've only bought 2 coffee grinders in my life. I bought one that was just for a Keurig K-Cup, and then I bought one for this purpose right here. Also, I'm going to just throw it out to you guys. I'm going to be making a cold brew coffee reviews. So if you like my videos and you want to see that, hit that subscribe button so you get notified when I make a cold brew coffee review. That's going to be another segment of my channel. I'm trying to have a little bit of everything on my channel. That way it makes it easier for me to not have to be like beholden to one subject. And I thank everyone who has already subscribed. All of you guys are absolutely amazing. And you guys are helping me get to where I need to be, which is 1,000 subscribers. That is the goal. That is the obsession, if you will. So one thing we learned from Pete's Coffee, if you watch that video, I'll link that down below. One thing we learned from Pete's Coffee, having so much oil, is it will cake up your grinder. So just a warning, if you're going to buy this coffee all the time, you're going to want to remember to clean your burr grinder. Otherwise, you're going to come to it one day and it's not going to produce what you want it to. It's going to cause trouble. But so like I said earlier, this is I believe it's a light medium roast. And so you are going to see a little bit of blonde notes in the grinds, which you can actually see it still stuck in there. But this coffee has the most bizarre flavor notes or flavor hopefuls, if you will. So it's going to be interesting to do the sip test and see if they all stand out or if they kind of all blend together well. So yeah, so far so good. The grinds are looking great. The aroma that comes off of this is top notch. It's funny, when you grind your own beans, you get this like true fresh aroma that you just would never get if you open a bag of ground beans, ground coffee, sorry. So it adds to this full effect of the coffee. And there's actually some science behind your nose being able to smell the coffee as you drink it, which actually adjusts the flavor. So when you have a lid on your coffee and you can't smell it, it changes the way the coffee tastes. It's weird. Also, the size of the cup will change the way the coffee tastes. I don't know if the shape of the cup, but I'm pretty sure you can Google this. It's the size of the cup will determine the way the coffee actually tastes. And for me, particularly, I have a weird sense of weight. So if I have a lightweight coffee cup and I put 12 ounces in, the same as I always would or something, and it doesn't feel like that weight that I'm used to, I'll think I'm getting less. So I usually drink out of 1 or 2 coffee cups all the time. And then if I go and switch to something that's paper or something, I will literally be like, oh, this is less coffee. Or if I get one of those like super thin like porcelain cups that, whatever, and I put the same amount of coffee in, I'll pick it up and be like, I'm getting gypped. This isn't that much. But anyways, so this SF Bay coffee, I've never heard of it at all. And yet it's, to me, it's the price is right, and the coffee beans look absolutely amazing. They smell amazing, and the grind is so far so good. I mean, I couldn't be happier with this coffee. Okay, let's try to get a look at this. This is one of those logos that you can only see through the looking down at it, which is really, really funny. So all the warnings and everything are down at the bottom, and I'm trying to use my Note 10 Plus to get in there and look at it. And it's very difficult actually to get it on camera. So I'm going to keep adjusting it until I get it perfect. But yeah, so I'm going to link this down below. So if you want to buy it or you want to see what I use, you can see it. I would give it a review of, I've only owned one pour over coffee maker, so I really can't compare it to anything yet. When I do buy a new pour over coffee maker, I'll definitely know why this one is good or terrible. I couldn't tell you. It's not the best, I can tell you that right off the bat, because of the plastic all inside of the filter. Okay, so let's take a look at the coffee grounds real quick. You can see the blonde notes, and you can see how it's very evenly ground up. That's actually a really good sign. That means the beans were a healthy bean, and they were able to break down very uniformly. So that's a good sign. I really like that. I totally forgot to use my spoon and stir this all up, so I'm going to actually pull out a spoon right now. I normally do this first, but it's been a minute since I ground up my own coffee. So I'm going to go ahead and break down all the clumps and try to get everything all nice and smooth real quick. Okay, so let's get a closer look at these grounds. So you can see the blonde notes in there. They're standing out. They're the yellowy blonde color, and that is pretty much indicative of any medium to blonde roast, or to light roast, I should say. But yeah, these are very, very good grounds. I'm very happy with the way they look. You don't have any that are like giant and any that are like super, super small. You have a pretty even grind, which is really good. If you have really bad beans, you're going to end up with like, just like chunks of grounds because they broke instead of ground up. So now we're going to load up the pour over coffee maker, and we're going to get this party started. So we want to see how much crema is actually going to be in this. Okay, so now we're going to load up this pour over coffee maker. I'm going to put way too much in, like I always do. I do it for you guys. I do it for you. But yeah, we're gonna overload it, which is gonna make the taste 10 times as strong, which is actually not that bad for doing a sip test, because then you're getting the hit of all the flavors at their most extreme, really. So let's go ahead and use the pour over kettle, and we're going to see how much crema we actually have. And the first thing I'm noticing is, wow, it is bubbling up and expanding like I've never seen before. Now this could be because I ground it. I set the grinder on a finer grind, and I'm thinking that's what's happened. So it's absorbing the water at a rapid rate because it's smaller. Yeah, right there. It's super poofy. Look at that. Wow. I've never seen that before. So I may actually go back to the medium grind in order to get a more consistent look and pour over. So yeah, let's take a look at that worn in pour over kettle. That thing is a champion. So you can see the crema is forming, and it's dissipating somewhat quickly. But I would equate that to the fact that I ground it too fine. So I'm probably learning right now, you should stick with what they say, which is medium on your grinder. But yeah, so you can see the crema is there. It's trying to stay on top, but it's just so poofy that it's, wow, it's crazy. But yeah, there you go. There's that crema. So that is indicative of what I consider a good tasting coffee, or it's foreshadowing what is going to be a good tasting coffee. So I'm very happy with the way this looks right here. And like I said, this is the result of you going extra fine. But the finer the grind, the more taste you're actually going to get out of it, and the stronger it's going to be. So an espresso is the finest of grinds, and then I believe it's the what is it? The Turkish? Yeah, Turkey grind, I think, is the most fine and the most intense, which I don't think I've ever had that. But anyways, so we're going to let this pour over kettle do its magic. And yeah, so right now I'm just basically wondering how much water is actually going to come out of these grinds, because it's like a sponge just absorbing it and holding it in place. So we'll know after the sip test and after the final results whether I should fully return back to a medium grind or not. Okay, so we're going to be coming up on the pour test. This is going to show us the stream, and then it's going to show us the quality of this coffee. So this is going to tell us a little bit. You want it to be less watery and more rich. There we go. That is a very rich stream right there. You see how rich that is? That is powerful coffee right there. I'm almost scared to sip test this. That looks so strong. Oh my gosh. Wow. But yeah, that's a beautiful color. It is very, very nice. I did throw a filter on here and warm this shot up a little bit and saturate it. So, but it's more accurate to the eye than what my Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus was filming. So it usually films it a little bit cooler, and I like a warmer shot. So I throw this filter on. Yeah, I always use my Grand Canyon cup for the pour over test. My thought is, like I said earlier, the shape of the cup, the size of the cup is going to determine the taste. So my theory is, if I use the same cup every time I do a pour over test, then I will have an accurate sip test and be able to hopefully compare it to past tastes. I'm not the most advanced coffee taster on the planet. I'm sure there's other people out there that are so much better, but I am an average consumer, and I'm giving you an average consumer's taste. So it's probably closer to yours, which is good. Okay, so now that the coffee has fully cooled, we are going to be going into the sip test. This is the favorite part of my day. I absolutely love tasting new coffee, as I've said many, many times, but it is a joy of mine. I get bored with coffee very quickly, so here we go. Look at that smile. Smug bastard. No, I'm just kidding. We don't trust this guy. Don't trust him. All right, let's give it the sip test. So right off the bat, I'm hit with a bunch of flavor. Like, it is a flavor overload almost. The aftertaste, everything about it is just delectable. It really is. It's and it's super strong. Like I said, very, very strong. But the flavors are truly, truly interesting. If you remember back to the beginning, the flavor notes, I'm pretty sure I'm tasting most of them. It is definitely a well-crafted coffee. This company put in time and didn't mess around with their process. And the end result is a very, very good cup of coffee. I drink all my coffee black. I don't add anything to it. So right here is a pure San Francisco Bay bakery blend sip test. Yeah, this is definitely going to be up there in my top 10 favorite coffees for sure. The aroma that filled the house was so enjoyable, and it stayed for quite a long time actually. But yeah, very, very good. I give this a solid 4.5 stars. It is definitely good. Yeah, the flavor notes, the inhale, the exhale, everything about it is just top notch. Okay, so final thoughts on this coffee. I would say that for the price, it's good. It's not super, super cheap, and it's not super, super expensive. It's pretty much right in the middle. The fact that I got it from Walmart makes me actually want to get it from somewhere else, because I know Walmart likes to tinker with the products that come to them, and they like to make them a little bit cheaper. So I would really like to do another SF Bay flavor and test it, hopefully buying it from Amazon. So I would say, once again, 4.5 stars. This is a very, very good coffee. The company seems to really respect what they do. You can see that from the bag to the bean to the taste. Everything about it, they put in the work, and you're not going to be disappointed at all. And once again, if you have not hit that subscribe button, do so. I mean, you've made it this far. Smash that subscribe button. Become a part of this channel. I'm constantly making coffee reviews. I'm constantly making other videos. So there's always something new on this channel. But yeah, so I would say, buy this coffee, subscribe to this channel, and let's all
right, there you go. That's
together.
The SF Bay coffee. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button. And if you want to support me and you want to become a part of this channel, hit that subscribe button. Every time I get a subscriber, I get a boost to make more and more videos. I'm trying to get to 1,000. You are helping me get to 1,000, which in turn is going to help you, because my videos just get better. It's that simple. I'm here for the long haul. I'm going to stick with you. I'm going to stick with YouTube. This is my passion. This is what I do. But as always, I thank you so much for watching my videos, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.